Hello, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see, I've switched to Gentoo. Still, most of the software I use is the same, just switched to Gentoo, because I think it has a lot of interesting features, and I think it's cool. So, I know a lot of people who use Gentoo nowadays use the distribution kernel, but I decided, even though I had a really old machine, to compile my own. I don't know why there's a bunch of graphical glitches here. It only happens when I'm recording in OBS. I don't know why. But so yeah, I've compiled. I compiled most of my software, most of the software that I use, even though it takes a while because my CPU was made in 2012. But other than, other than the stuff that I compile, I use some Flatpaks and I installed Nix from a repo. Here, let me show you that real quick. Um, See if I can find it. Let's see where it is. Where is it? Because the repo. Oh, there it is. So this is a Gentoo overlay that allows you to have Nix and Geeks on Gentoo, which is nice. So you don't have to compile everything, even though Gentoo is starting to offer some binary packages now. So that's pretty nice. But they don't have a ton of stuff in there, so it's nice to be able to set up Nix. And yeah, it's pretty easy to install packages with Nix. There's actually a lot of packages in the Nix repos. I think it's like a few 100,000 too. And anyway, I've also been working on some projects in C. I've actually joined a Discord group, a Discord server of C programming people. Some of our experience level varies. I'm more of a beginner, but I've started working on text editor. There's a group working on a terminal file manager, and eventually there's going to be people starting on an OS from scratch, which I think is pretty cool. But I'm working on the text editor, which the text editor and file manager will eventually be ported over to the OS because they're very useful tools for something like that. And I might as well show you my editor. So I'm not sure why it's not accepting my transparency in the NVIM tree, but either way, it still looks cool, and I have some plugins that I really like, such as this NVIM tree, and I really like this color scheme. And another one plugin I like that I can't show. I would need to be in a C project to show you is something called Nav Buddy. I'll show you that in a second. So Nav Buddy connects with your LSP and lets you jump around to different parts of your program, which I think is kind of cool because so I don't have to endlessly scroll through stuff. I can just jump to certain functions or certain variables, and it's really useful to get around there. And this right here is a project I created. I'll post a link to my GitHub. Not just this repo, but my GitHub user, so you can see some stuff I'm working on, such as the text editor and this little asteroid shooter game using SDL. But I think it's kind of cool, and yeah, and I just thought I'd want to share that I've switched to Gentoo, and I think Gentoo is cool.